Okay, so hopefully you can hear me. First of all, hi and a warm welcome to this webinar on blended learning. If anybody can't hear me for any reason, if you could either just type to let me know or just raise your hand. There's a facility to raise your hand. Hopefully you can. Assuming so. Cool. Okay, so first of all, hi and welcome to this webinar on blended learning. My name is Laura Pollock and I'm responsible for heading up the training here at Quest Partnership Limited. The purpose of this webinar is to provide you with lots of information about the BPS Level 2 Occupational Test User course and hopefully answer most, if not all, of the questions you might have around blended learning. So I'm going to turn my camera off so you can have a look at my screen instead. Okay, so let's get started. The BPS Level 2 course, what is it and who should do it? The Level 2 Occupational Test User course is a British Psychological Society accredited course that will enable you to administer, score and interpret occupational tests and personality questionnaires. It's a professionally delivered course, so it will ensure you are competent in the skills needed to apply testing in an ethical and objective manner. Quick overview, so this is our overview, and approximately 20 minutes for this webinar. The course is designed for anyone who wants to be able to work with psychometric tests or for those who have a general interest in using objective tests for measuring human skills, performance and exploring personality. It's particularly useful for those wishing to pursue a career in the fields of HR, management consultancy and consultancy / the practice of occupational psychology. Quite a few master's students are also keen to gain this qualification as it's a great way to demonstrate continuous professional development and also show that you're committed to enhancing your skills. So explicitly, what is blended learning? Well, our definition of blended learning refers to a combination of home study theory modules and practical sessions along with ongoing tutor support throughout your learning experience and also after your learning experience with us. It's self-paced, it's learner-centered, and it has a combination of the different types of learning formats that work best for different people. So, how does this course specifically work? This course is modular-based. So as you can see on the screen, there's 3 different modules: Level 1, Level 2 Ability, Level 2 Personality. You'll be sent a workbook for each of the 3 modules for you to work through at your convenience. In these workbooks are the different units you'll need to complete to be signed off at the end of the course. It's very much theory to workbook based. You'll need to read each unit and then complete a series of questions based on what you've read to check your understanding. Once all the units have been completed for a module, you can move to the next module. It's really recommended though to send the paperwork back to us after each module for marking and feedback before proceeding with the next. This will ensure that you get the most from what you've learnt, and you can also clear up any queries or areas that you need any support or attention on. The really nice thing about the course is that each module builds on the last, so it's important to complete them in chronological order. On completion of your workbook, you'll be able to do your practical assessment. This is a half-day face-to-face session where you'll have the opportunity to deliver tests, mark and score the tests, feedback the results of ability tests and deliver feedback based on the identity questionnaire. To undertake this, there's a number of options. Either we can come to you or you can come to us at our Cotswold offices. Each option is tailored to be most appropriate and convenient for you or your colleagues. Please note as well, if in person is unachievable, we also offer alternatives in the form of technology, so sending in videos via Skype or webinar, whichever is most convenient. The practical session is designed to be an interactive opportunity for you to test your competence and ensure you're comfortable and confident with administering tests or delivering face-to-face feedback. The tutor on the day will be able to give you feedback about your style, ensuring you deliver all the necessary information and areas that you should focus on for developing further. As well as this, there will be some verification questions. Now, these are not a formal assessment, but what we're doing is just checking that the stuff that you'd learned in your theory modules, you still can recall and you understand, just checking all of that. After the practical assessment, you may be asked to complete some additional reports if you haven't done so already. It's similar to the in-person feedback you will have given, but this time it's producing written reports. So for example, a candidate selection report based on ability test results and a development report based on identity profile. These again will need to be sent to your tutor to be marked to ensure you're competent at giving written as well as verbal feedback. Now that we understand a bit more about what blended learning is, let's explore the key units within this course. Each module is different, but will help you build a thorough understanding of all aspects of testing. In the Level 1 Assistant Test User module, also known as Occupational Test Administrator, you will learn about what tests measure and how to administer them in an objective and standardized manner. You'll also know a little bit more about scoring and this concept of norming test results. This leads nicely into Level 2 Occupational Ability, which will further your understanding about how tests work and the importance of ensuring they are reliable and valid. Within this module, you'll also learn about how to select the correct tool for a role and give ability test feedback, making interpretations. The final module is the Level 2 Occupational Personality module. This takes testing that one step further and explores it in greater depth by looking at what constitutes personality and how we apply these traits to occupational settings and different roles. To do this, we'll explore the personality traits using the identity questionnaire. This is a 36-scale online questionnaire that was first introduced by Quest Partnership about 20 years ago. The personality profile is broken down into 3 key personality areas, and each subsection will be explored in depth to ensure that you not only understand how single scales work, but can also link and explore these with individuals competently. And also, most importantly, correctly. The theory side will feed into the practical session by explaining how to give useful, objective feedback for assessment and development purposes. In the practical session, most importantly as well, it's an opportunity to practice this for yourself so that you'll feel confident when you actually deliver these sorts of sessions at your workplace. We will offer you additional guidance for tailoring to ensure we equip you with the skills for conducting specific personality profiling sessions too. So for instance, it might be to do with assessment and selection, or you might be looking at onboarding new starters or the development of current colleagues. So we can tailor our approaches to meet those different needs. Why is blended learning useful, and what makes us want to undertake this course over an alternative option? So here's just a few of the benefits we perceive from doing the blended learning version of the BPS course. We try to create the course in such a way that it allows you to learn in a way that works best for you. The mix of home study reading and writing will help to cement your knowledge and understanding, while the face-to-face practical sessions will give you an opportunity to experience a real scenario and see how you would approach this. It's self-paced, and with such busy lives and even more commitments to fit into a day, we can appreciate that taking the time to attend a course is becoming ever more challenging. Blending learning courses allow us as trainers to deliver the same high-quality course, but through a more accessible format. Specifically, the workbooks have been created to make it simple for users to follow, taking you through the different units one step at a time. The follow-up questions are designed to help you reflect on what you've learned, what you now understand, and also what you might want to go back to and practice further. They do not require you to write long, comprehensive paragraph answers, but instead are there to check you have understood the reading and can be used as a reference or reminder in the future. As mentioned on the slide there as well, it's networked, not distant. You will have ongoing tutor support throughout the course and after completion, so with our consultants and our tutors. What's more, blended learning is practical, cost-effective, and an efficient way to complete your training without needing to take 4 days away from the office. It allows you to start your training when you're ready rather than waiting on dates from course providers. Unlike some other course providers as well, Quest Partnership assessors are happy to come to you for the half-day practical session, and this is covered within the price. The current price for this course is £995 plus VAT, so that's substantially lower than our other providers. Let's discuss the assessment format for verifying your competence and knowledge from undertaking this course. Please remember there's no formal exams. As aforementioned, the assessment will be undertaken using a number of different methods, hence the blended learning title. One of these is the workbooks. So the workbooks that you fill in, it's kind of your way of checking that you understand what you've been learning about, and we will mark those for you. Also, written reports, they're a more formal assessment to check that you have the skills and the knowledge to be able to write effectively and giving feedback. The practical session is that half day that we've already talked about, where you'll get a chance to in person act out a feedback session or a test administration session. And finally, the verification questions. So just checking and making sure that all the areas are covered so you're feeling competent. As I've said before, there's feedback throughout the course. That's the really important thing. It's this feedback cycle and the ongoing support during and after the course. One more slide, just to say the assessments are not about passing or failing. They're designed to give you an opportunity to practice, receive feedback and feel confident with the sessions so you can implement them effectively in your workplace. Accreditation, the important question. Is the course still accredited? Yes. Our Level 2 course is recognised by the British Psychological Society, or BPS. They're the society who kind of oversees all of our testing and our industry standards. This means that on completion you can apply for the entry onto the Register of Qualifications in Test Use as a formal qualification that you've undertaken. The BPS are keen to ensure that individuals on the register demonstrate continuous personal improvement. So every 6 years you'll be contacted to provide evidence of where you've been using your training, testing, feedback sessions. It's used as a way of confirming that individuals on the register are competent to administer and give feedback and help you to keep your skills up to date. So rather than just undertaking the course and then not using it for say 5 to 10 years. Please note, to be on the register, you will need to complete forms which entail an annual fee. If you want to publicise yourself, particularly if you're independent, then it's important to remain registered. It also means that prospective clients can check the register and verify your qualifications. So it's quite a useful thing to do. So hopefully you're feeling a bit more clued up about what blended learning is. From all the information, it is quite a lot of information to give, and what the course entails and why we think it's a great format. With so many course providers though available, why should you choose to study with Quest Partnership? Well, in our view, Quest Partnership have over 25 years experience of delivering training to a wide number of organisations across many industry sectors. Our tutors and consultants are active members of the BPS Assessment Standards Committee, as well as other committees within our body, so ABP and the DOP, which is the Division of Occupational Psychology. We're always seeking to raise the standards within our industry and also the training we provide, so we're continually trying to upskill so that we can deliver the best training for our delegates. With Quest Partnership, you'll get much more than just the course. With the help of our experienced tutors and consultants, you'll gain the professional skills to be able to administer, interpret, and apply everything that you've learned competently to meet your organisation's needs. Our tutors are on hand to offer complete support, guidance, and their expertise should you need it. You'll have the opportunity to schedule support sessions where you can speak with your tutors about things you're less sure on, as well as an email address to contact them with more minor queries. At Quest Partnership, we fully appreciate that everyone is unique, and should you require more support at times, we will try our utmost to accommodate for this. So that might be more one-to-one based consultation sessions, support sessions, more emailing. It's really the way that works for you. It's all tailored to give you the optimum learning experience. and we like to think we're friendly support. Rather than just giving you support through the course, we will also offer ongoing support and guidance should you require it. For instance, if you need help with your own session, so the first session you're going to run with a participant, it can be quite daunting. So we like to offer support there, so guidance, an opportunity to practice, or perhaps for other solutions, so assessment centres, development centres, designing competency frameworks, interviews and so forth. There's lots that we will try and help you with. Unlike other course providers, our delegates will also receive the full Quest Partnership Psychometric Solutions package. So when you enrol on one of our courses, you'll get your own identity platform and access to the most comprehensive range of proven tests available through our Test and Assess website. So it's kind of a one-stop shop where you can get loads and loads of information and order tests for all different levels and all different industry sectors. What's more, a lot of them are at discount prices, so having your own identity account means that you can set up your candidates, access the reports, and still have the ongoing support from the consultants here at Quest Partnership. So hopefully you're feeling quite keen, but what's the cost and what can you expect for that? As the blended learning style is relatively new, we're offering it to our delegates an introductory offer for the whole Level 2 course at just £995 plus VAT and expenses depending on where the practical sessions will be held. So this is considerably less than half of what most other providers are charging for the same accreditation and hopefully a more awesome course. The reason we're able to offer the course at a cost-effective rate at the moment is because it's new. We're aware that there might be still some minor adjustments that we might need to do to ensure our delegates have the best experience, and we'll welcome any feedback to help us improve. So it really is a learner-centred course, and we want to make it the best for all of our different delegates who will be embarking on this course. Within that price, we will ensure that you receive all of our high quality comprehensive materials. So that's the workbooks, manuals, key correspondence, online videos via our YouTube page, everything that you will need, samples, the works. You'll also be assigned your own personal Quest Partnership tutor who will be responsible for your learning and supporting you through the whole course. You'll get the half-day practical sessions, and as I've already mentioned, that's all included apart from the travel and expenses. Scheduled support sessions and also kind of more off-the-hook support sessions, so emails, phone calls if you need to, all of that. You'll receive comprehensive feedback on your workbook, the practical session, and the reports you produce. So I've already mentioned about that, but just to reiterate there. You'll have the access to your own identity platform to set your clients up with your identity questionnaire and the generating the reports, and our complete service via Test and Assess for independent tests and also Quest Partnership tests as well. To the right of that slide, you'll also see that there's just an estimated completion time. Again, these are really varied. They are just estimates. The level 1 is typically shorter, so it should take you about 3 to 4 hours, maybe a little bit longer. The level 2, so it's approximately 8 hours for the ability side and a 1 hour practical. Again, this could be slightly longer, slightly shorter. And the final module is the personality module. So that's getting into a little bit more depth about the different personality traits and how we interpret, how we can give objective feedback, and approximately 12 hours to complete the workbook. Okay, so I've tried to cover most of the key considerations that you might have with regards to blended learning. I hope that we've provided you with the necessary information you need to understand what the course is and why blended learning might be right for you. However, if for any reason you need more information or there's things that you haven't covered and you've still got questions, then please feel free to check out our website, which is www.questpartnership.co.uk. Contact myself. My email address is laura@questpartnership.co.uk, or the alternative admin email address, which is just admin@questpartnership.co.uk. Finally, our telephone number is 01285 861 734. Any questions, queries you might have, however kind of insignificant you might think they are, please do give us a call. We're more than happy to give you extra information, provide samples, things like that. It is all about your learning experience, so please do get involved. And I think that's it. Many thanks for listening. I hope you found it a useful webinar. Any feedback, please do let me know. If you've got any questions as well, post those now and I will respond in due course. Thank you very much. Have a good day.